two unions amalgamated to form the Amalgamated Union of Public Employees AUPE on 26 September 1959. Within 2 months, 6 more unions came on board. Followed by 11 other unions, membership shot up from 1,200 in 1959 to 21,000 in 1963. By 1965, AUPE virtually represented all the public service workers when Division 4 workers in hospitals preferred AUPE to the Singapore Medical Workers Union.
It's the number of members, the strength of thousands that will propel us into the future growth of the organization. In fact, it is the union members and not only the leaders who have brought about the assets and wealth the union has today for providing the host of welfare schemes and recreational activities for all to enjoy.
The 1960s was a turbulent decade. In June 1959, the government instituted drastic cuts to variable allowances. As soon as the AUPE was formed in September 1959, it moved to negotiate directly with the government over the pay cut restoration. In May 1961, it was announced that partial restoration would be made, but only to members of AUPE. That triggered a frantic rush for public employees to join the AUPE. In another development, AUPE's negotiations with the Ministry of Finance bore fruit for Division 4 government workers. It was announced in October 1962 that their salaries would be revised with retrospective effect from the 1st of January 1962. The total arrears that the workers will receive is over $5 million, said AUPE General Secretary G. Kandasamy. 1963 was a troubled year for the AUPE, which had to call out the nurses, police clerical staff, and postal and telecommunications workers to strike. Such industrial actions were taken only after every avenue to settle the dispute had been exhausted. Dr. Goh Keng Swee was full of praise when he spoke at the Public Services International Seminar in 1964. Democratic trade unions, without resorting to the ultimate strike weapon, except on a few occasions, have succeeded by skillful negotiations in getting far better improvements in pay and working conditions for their members than the communist leaders have done by politically motivated strikes. At the official opening of Wisma AUPE by Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew on 2nd April 1972, he announced an unprecedented 13th month pay to be given out that month to all civil servants. AUPE President Mak Kam Heng had earlier said, Wisma AUPE will stand as a monument of our dreams, our belief, and faith in the Union. Much progress had taken place after the modernization of the labor movement in 1969.
The NTUC and its affiliated unions are the owners of 5 flourishing cooperatives: Income Life Insurance, Comfort Minibuses and Taxis, Welcome Supermarkets, Fair Deal School Textbooks and Dental Care.
April 1982 saw all Division 4 workers receiving an 8% pay increase. Then in June, 30,000 civil service employees got a pay rise of between 5.2% and 24%. The AUPE celebrated 25 years on 26 September 1984. At the unveiling of the plaque, Mr. Kandasamy proclaimed, "Let this plaque be a reminder to all those who will join the Union and who will be the leaders, that but for the thousands of AUPE members in the last 25 years, there would not be this Union and this building." On 2nd August 1985, the AUPE announced that 68,000 members from 25 unions in the public sector would forego the National Wages Council NWC wage increase that was recommended by the NWC earlier that year, in light of the economic downturn. Within a week, the government also announced its decision not to recommend any wage increase to both management and staff in the civil service and statutory boards. In 1985, the AUPE expanded its range of benefits and social activities for members, setting up its own sports and recreation club in 1987, which became very popular. The union's education program was restructured to encourage members to meet the challenges of the IT age. In January 1990, officers in 57 services had a pay revision. In December, the PSD and AUPE reached another agreement to increase the pay for over 5,000 Division 4 employees. In 1992, public employees received 3 months' bonus. One of AUPE's biggest events was the celebration in 1996 of Kandasami's Golden Jubilee as a trade union activist. In his honor, the G. Kandasamy Endowment Fund was set up. While we enter a new century and millennium, we remember the past struggles and sacrifices of our founders, explained General Secretary Paul Tan at the launch of AUPE 21, the union's roadmap for the 21st century. Trust and good relationship between the union and management officials enhanced negotiations leading to 14 collective agreements signed between 1998 and 2001. In 2000, the AUPE Group donated $100,000 to the NTUC Skills Development Department to increase computer training capacity by 25 places per day. In December 2005, AUPE's first youth chapter was rebranded as Young AUPE. Their participation greatly enhanced the scope of the union's activities. Retirees too are never forgotten for their contribution to the union, especially during its early days. At the 10th Triennial Delegates Conference in 2007, General Secretary Teo Yok Ngee shared the new vision of AUPE 2011, the main thrusts being job recreation, employability of older workers, membership and leadership development. In his 2009 May Day message, Mr. Lim Swee Say, NTUC Secretary General and Minister in the Prime Minister's office had said, "We are able to tackle this global downturn in our uniquely pro-business and pro-worker way because we have built up 2 critical assets, our strong national reserve and our strength in tripartism." Encouraged by the government and the NTUC, the AUPE is looking forward to the future. The union's Group Master Plan 2009 and beyond starts with the amalgamation of the AUPE's various arms. As a group, we will be able to pool our resources and function more effectively and efficiently, concluded AUPE General Secretary Teo Yok Ngee. Cooperative, a thrift and loan cooperative, was registered on 9th March 1965 with a $6,000 loan from AUPE. It became a multi-purpose cooperative in 1973 to cater to the various needs of members, expanding the thrift and loan concept further. On 2nd April 1998, AUPE General Services Cooperative Limited was formed to engage in business ventures as well as self-help and mutual assistance among members. AUPE Foundation Cooperative Limited was registered on 3rd January 2004. It focuses on fundraising projects to help the group's members. Up to 2008, study awards funded by AUPE, the cooperatives, and SNR Club since 1980 amounted to $5,169,060 for a total of 35,741 awards. Sports and recreation. The AUPE strives to mold the total individual, organizing a wide variety of courses for its members. Sports featured prominently with AUPE's own athletics meet, walkathon, and swimming carnival. The AUPE SNR Club also organizes tombola sessions, dart throwing, family days, trips and tours, visits to homes for the aged, and many other interesting pursuits. the club continues its sponsorship of sporting, social and welfare events. It was revamped together with the retrofitting of Wisma AUPE in time for the Union's 50th anniversary celebrations on 26 September 2009.